Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome to Guns N' Roses Central. And I want to follow up on something that we talked about in the Guns N' Roses podcast I do. So we had Lex from the Netherlands as well as Jeff from the US on. And one thing that Jeff brought up was the rumored Guns N' Roses movie that was supposedly in the works. Now, this story dates back all the way to 2014, and it's actually been confirmed by Mark Cantor. Now, there hasn't been any updates recently, but back in 2014, his book Reckless Road had actually been optioned into a full feature-length Hollywood film. So he talked about the actual film and script that was being written on the MyGNR forums. So Cantor had this to say on the unofficial MyGNR forum, saying, "There is a great story about the birth of the band, which I was very much involved in. This has nothing to do with where the band is today. The history is very important, and that's why Axl was the one who was the most supportive of me documenting what they were doing when they first started out. The people I'm working with are the best ones to do this project. There's so much detail in the way it all came together that tells the killer rock and roll story of the best band around." He also made it clear that it's not a documentary but a full feature-length film, and he was also questioned by fans about the accuracy and quality of the script for fear of it ending up like one of those other corny biographical movies. Cantor responded, "The book Reckless Road is being made into a movie by the people that will do it right. No shortcuts. It will be very detailed. I have a big say-so on the script, which is still being put together now, but so far looking cool. I'm going to see everyone in the cast is doing their job and doing justice to the band. Since I was there, I know what dialogue was between the band for many of the events that took place. When you find out who is making the movie, you will understand that will be very cool." And apparently the project around this time had been in the works for about 4 months, and while it doesn't have Axl's blessing, at least at that point in time, which of course was a lot to ask for, Mark is confident that Axl will feel all right with the fact that it will clear up some of the stories that have been said about him from those days that were told incompletely. There haven't been any people cast yet for the film, at least according to when Mark spoke about it. So he spoke about this topic back around November of 2014, and some people on the forums thought that Jared Leto would be a good person to play Axl Rose. Mark Cantor had this to say about the casting. He said, "No one has been cast at this point, but I would expect to see a few A-list people in the cast just working on the perfect script. Then they will move on to the next step, and yes, it will bring on a whole new slew of fans and sell a shitload of records for the band. Also, the band will do well on the music used for the movie." And we also had a follow-up article in May of 2015, which basically stated that a Guns N' Roses movie was in the works with Howie Huberman and James Franco. So Howie Huberman, who financed Guns N' Roses in their early days, confirmed that he is working on a film about the band with actor James Franco and Reckless Road author Mark Cantor. Now, he stated, "To get the publishing for the songs for the movie is not easy, but we're doing it," Huberman told Metal Sludge. "There are a lot of books about Guns N' Roses out there, but Mark Cantor's book Reckless Road is the best one because he was there with the band from 1984 to 1988, and the whole band loved him, so we optioned the book and it's in pre-production with James Franco." Huberman says that he knows that many movie ideas in Hollywood don't make it all the way, but he states that this project is certainly happening. He said James Franco said he is doing it, and he never said he was going to do a movie that he didn't eventually do. Anything James Franco says he's going to do, he is going to do. He's an absolute genius, a key player in Hollywood. He's already an A-lister, and this movie is going to make him even more of an A-lister. So Huberman and Cantor began writing the screenplay in Hollywood, and no further details have been revealed at that time. So in the 80s, Huberman was one of Hollywood's biggest music equipment stores, Guitars R Us, and also managed Poison during the glam band's original rise to stardom. He helped get Poison a recording contract with Capitol Records and Guns N' Roses with Geffen before moving on to other projects, including working with Tuff and the Zeros. Now, Cantor said that the idea was to get the script done and then have the band look at it and help fix things up that are a bit off. So he said the goal is to get it right, and he said even at that time, even Axl would have to give the blessing for the movie. Now, Cantor also said, "As you all know, Axl doesn't support anything that had to do with the old band except playing their songs live. However, I think he will be happy with the fact that it will clear up some of the stories that have been said about him from those days that were told incompletely." Mark also said that he himself won't get to pick the actors. He'll just get to help make sure the story is right, that whoever they've picked to play those parts is well trained for the part. He said, "I trust the people that are making the movie, and I'm not worried about who they pick to act. I know that with all the resources that we have, it will get done right." He also revealed that Slash is aware of the fact that his book got optioned for a movie, and that Slash warned Mark about all the challenges that come along with it. His thoughts were it could turn into a big mess. He also revealed in November of 2014 that the people who had optioned his book for a movie had about 18 months to start making it, and he said at that time things should start moving in the coming months. Now, if you do your math, you would have seen that 18 months from November 2014 would have put us exactly in the time frame when the reunion tour would have started. And then a couple months later, in March of 2015, he provided an update on the movie saying, "No news right now." My guess is where things are at with the Guns N' Roses movie is that the reunion sort of threw a wrench into everything because they were planning on writing the script one way. I think the fact that the reunion happened caused maybe the writers to think maybe we should include the reunion as part of the script, and it probably changes the game for how they're actually going to get licensing rights to the songs and perhaps for other things in the movie. So I think now that the reunion's happened, they've had to change the script up, and I think it's more likely that the movie could get made, but we'll have to wait and see. The fact that Izzy and Steven are not part of it too maybe makes things a little more complicated, and how that will be told through the movie story if it is in fact released. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Do you think we would see a Guns N' Roses movie, and who do you think should be cast to play the different band members? Some people think Tom Cruise should play Axl Rose, because if you guys have seen Rock of Ages, his character is kind of loosely inspired by Axl Rose, at least when it comes to the fashion sense. So let me know. I think we might have some interesting choices by you guys, so comment down below in the comment section. Like the video if you guys enjoyed the contents of it, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for all things related to Guns N' Roses. And be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I always post exclusive stuff on my Facebook and Twitter page you normally don't find on my YouTube channel. So thanks for watching, guys, and have yourself a good day.